Raalow Street Entertainment presents the all-new Mazerati After Dark show, the Thursday Night Rush, Party on the Web. Today's guest, R&B singer Andrew Bennett, movie director b.e.t, R&B singer Robert G, funny comedian Melanie Camacho, and motivational speaker Billionaire P.A. And now, your favorite host and mine, Miss Mazerati.
It's the Mazerati show. The Thursday Night Rush, let's go. The Mazerati show. Thursday Night Rush, let's go. It's the Mazerati show.
Thank you.
At 9 p.m. on Thursday.
Wow. I just want to thank you guys. Thank you, family, so much. It's been a long time since I've seen you all. I was on radio, as you know, but I've grown from radio to television. It was not a bumpy ride, but it was pleasant. It was a learning experience. I learned a lot, and without you, family, there would be no me. So you know what I always say, love and respect always, and I thank you. I thank you so much for embracing the Mazerati After Dark show, embracing my style of partying, and embracing my style of living. Because at the Mazerati After Dark show, we're rushing. This is a Thursday night rush. We're rushing to excellence. We're rushing to the good life. We're rushing to positive marriages, positive family, just positiveness all around in your life. So I'd like to thank you one more time from the bottom of my heart, because I know that you made me who I am. So, with all that said, I'd like to tell you about who we're having on the show tonight. But you know what? I digress, and you guys know I do that a lot. I digress because I have to thank all of the wonderful people that put this together. You heard the song. That was my debut. That was yours truly. He made me sing. And that's Mr. Raalow Street. You know, he puts together all those divine beats that you hear, those commercials that you see, all those banners, posters, and pictures. He makes me look so good. I might marry him, but I doubt it. I have to thank Mr. J. Williams, actor, model J. Williams. Jay is a wonderful sound man, right-hand man, confidant. I have to thank actor, model, and my partner in crime, Mr. Clint Thomas. You guys see Clint all the time just doing his thing. You've seen him pouring milk on himself, so you know milk really does do a body good. I have to thank, also, more than anything, I have to thank God, because I am not a person that's trying to get to where she wants to be. I'm living my dream, and I thank God every day for that. I thank God every day for allowing me to do what I love to do. So, thank you. Now, on to the show. It's gonna be a hot one. Oh, yes, it is. We have Mr. Bill Duke, producer, actor, director. He's here today to talk about his new movie, Dark Girls. So that's going to be very, very interesting. We have R&B singer, Mr. Robert G. Silky ladies, you are in for such a treat. We also have another R&B singer, Mr. Andrew Bennett. That's right. It's gonna be hot in here. We have comedian Miss Melanie Camacho. Nice. And we have a very special young man in here. This young man is a motivational speaker. He's here to talk about speaking your dreams into existence. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Billionaire P.A. So that's our show this evening. Now, you guys know and probably are wondering if you're still going to get the very, very funny and talented Mr. Stevie Mack. Well, of course you are. So when we come back, we're going to take a little brief break. And when we come back, you're going to get the Stevie Mac News Report. I Want It Today. That's a today.com. IWantItToday.com. The only entertainment mall on the web. We cater to the entertainment industry as well as men and women with distinguishing taste. So you want to get by IWantItToday.com, the official sponsor of the Mazerati After Dark show. I'd also have to thank my producer, the gentleman that puts all this together, Raalow Street Entertainment. He's the money man. Little break right now. We're going to talk to Mr. Stevie Mac when we come back with the news report, and we'll be right back, family. So get your favorite libation, put the children away. You know, we're grown and sexy. We're not dirty, but we're grown. So put your children away and get your favorite drink, and we'll be right back. See you in a moment. Ciao.
Are you ready? Come on now. Are you ready? Come on now. It's the Stevie Mac Report. Yeah, the Stevie Mac Report. Are you ready? Come on now. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready? It's the Stevie Mac Report right now.
Dr. Conrad Murray, you know, recently sentenced. He got found guilty of involuntary manslaughter of the King of Pop. That's something you don't want on your resume. I killed Michael Jackson. Especially going to prison for 4 years. I'm telling you, because Michael Jackson was not only bad, he had Crips and Bloods on the front row of his concert screaming, "Ah, Michael!" And so Conrad Murray's going to have to deal with the edification of that. Herman Cain's got another accuser that come forward. And this one says they've been together 13 years doing the wild thing. And now he done dropped in the polls. You know, he was a leading Republican candidate in the poll for president of the United States of America, and now he done dropped down from first to 8% approval rating. Now he said, "I'm not going to drop out until I talk to my wife face to face," and that made me wonder, why does he have to talk to his wife face to face? Well, one of the reasons is he done had more white women than your boy Tiger Woods. A lot of people didn't know all these accusers are white coming forward, man. Being that he's in the food industry, the only two white women that ain't came forward yet is Sarah Lee and Betty Crocker. I mean, yeah, man. So now this last one, I'm not sure if she's all white though. She's kind of mixed. Looks like she's kind of mixed, but she's got Gloria Allred as her attorney, and he's got to talk face to face to see if he got to drop out. I think the thing he's got to go lay some of that Godfather pizza sausage mix on it. That's what he got there. Why they got face to face? So that's one of the things. Oh, speaking of marriages, you know, Chris Humphries, she filed for a divorce, but Chris Humphries says, "I want an annulment," and it makes you beg the question, why, huh? I'll tell you why. You know, in a divorce, a person gets a settlement. In an annulment, you don't get a damn thing. So I understand Chris Humphries. I'll be looking at those magazines like People magazine, all those newsstand rags at the supermarket tabloids, and they're all. Now, I'm no chauvinist, but they're all on the women's side. Oh, Kim got dissed by Chris, and this and that, and this. Well, you know, Chris, he's doing the right thing right there. Speaking of men in trouble, Tyrese then sent out a tweet of him in the hospital with nothing but his feet on the bed, talking about. I'm a friend of Tyrese's on Twitter, and. He's one of those people, just like all those people you see on Facebook, be fishing for compliments or fishing for sympathy. I call it competitive misfortunes. Yeah, we're going to compete to see who's doing the worst. Yeah, he's one of those people right there. I'm sure you got some of those friends right there. Here's another thing in the news recently. Gary Giordano, this guy, Gary Giordano. And if you don't know who I'm talking about the white guy who killed the white lady over in Aruba and just come back on a plane. Talking about, here's the big story about this. This guy takes her over there. He's 50 years old. She's 35. He applies for a $1.5 million accidental insurance claim before they go over there. He gets a policy out on her, right? Over there, they go snorkeling, allegedly snorkeling, and he comes back to my, she just came up missing. Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. So they took his ass to jail, and when he came back to LA, I'm going to tell you why I don't believe his story. He came back to LAX wearing a ball cap, right, to cover up his bald head because he's a balding guy. And then when he went to court, he had on a rag, a rag. That didn't sound right. He had on a rag. He had on a toupee. Can we trust a man who wears a shoddy toupee? That's all I'm saying about that. It's a terrible one too. I've seen some. Just didn't look good. He claimed she was pulled out to sea. Yeah, she was pulled out by him. So we had the Soul Train Music Awards jumped off. The Grammys about the Soul Train Music Awards, you guys. I T-voted. I haven't watched the whole thing. I'm going to just tell you, the little part I saw that I didn't like was the big eyes on the stage, looking down at the audience, blinking. The big stupid eyes up on the stage. I don't know how long that stayed up there, but yeah, they had this part of the mix, the entertainment, the big eyes blinking. I thought that was the stupidest thing in the world. It's cute for a couple of minutes, but not throughout the whole show. I don't want no big ass eyes looking at me, looking at it, looking at me throughout the whole show. Like you watching me. I feel like Big Brother is on me right there. So the Grammys is coming up. That's coming up, and then of course the Oscars is in competition with the NAACP Image Awards. And we had Thanksgiving just passed, okay? And after Thanksgiving, Black Friday jumped off. Now, I tell everybody, at the Slauson Crenshaw swap meet, every day is Black Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Check out the rest of the show, Mazerati After Dark, baby. Steven Report. We're out of here.
And we're back. Thank you very much. You could have been anywhere, but you're here, and you know we thank you for that. Also want to thank our official sponsor, IWantItToday.com. I want to let you know that we are being fed today by some very, very special gourmet people. We have Erica's Edible Chocolates. She's brought us designer chocolates that are so good they just melt in your mouth. We have AJ Brown Sugar Sweets. We have coffee, teas, and hot chocolate from the Hollywood Coffee Guy. The coffee that pays and is also healthy, at least that's what he tells me. It made me feel pretty good. So we want to thank all those people for handling our green room today and taking such good care of our guests. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, now we're back with Mr. Stevie Mack.
Yeah.
Giving us all of that wonderful entertainment news, you know. A lot going on out there in the world. But Stevie, I want to talk about you for a moment. You have a one-man stage play.
Yes.
Diary of a Crackhead.
That's it.
Diary of a Crackhead.
You got them started.
How many of us have had that issue somewhere in our family?
Everybody either know a crackhead or is a crackhead.
And that's not funny, but it is funny.
Look, the mayor of D.C., Mayor Barry, right? Mayor Barry not only was a crackhead who got put out of office, he got reelected and was still a crackhead.
Yeah, that's how it left me then too. So tell me, Stevie, tell us about it, really, sincerely.
Oh, Stevie Mack's Diary of a Crackhead is a one-man show depicting my life rising up from the ashes like a phoenix of a family riddled with drugs, gangsters, pimps, and mental institutions, and all that. And what happens is it teaches you really how to overcome all adversity against all odds. So it ain't you don't have to have a drug problem to come to the show and be uplifted. All you got to do is have a life problem, and you're gonna come down there, you're gonna laugh and learn at the same time. And I heard this from a lot of people, including yourself.
Absolutely.
I learned so much from your show. I was like, what, how to rock up dope or how to live?
Well, you know what? I did not know sincerely that marijuana was a gateway drug for crack users. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Well, see, when you're on a heavy drug, no matter what you do, it's always going to lead back to that particular thing. It's sort of like food, right? A food addiction. If I'm eating a bunch of sweets and stuff, and then I try to lay off, all it takes is a Tic Tac.
But Stevie, you're such a success story. You went through the fire, you survived the down and outs, and now you're back, and now you're Stevie Mack with Stevie Mack Radio, Stevie Mack News Report. You're on the Mazerati After Dark show as a staple. How did you manage to just go through all of that and come back?
I'm gonna tell you, we was just talking about this backstage. You have to really concede to your innermost self and get rid of those demons inside you, that are blocking you from the sunlight of the power that's already within us. There's this power that's already in us. Some call it God, some call it sunlight of the spirit. Whatever that power is, it's in everybody, but it's blocked by resentment, fear, frustration, shame, guilt. And I have to get rid of all that and deal with those issues. And it took years to really come to the conclusion to hit a bottom hard enough to say, you know what, I never really dealt with those issues. I was a little thief named Thieving Steven. That kid was still locked inside me. I was 6 baby daddies, 6 different baby daddies. My mama had 6 kids by 6 different baby daddies. That shame. My daddy was the only one that ran off. That frustration and resentment. Had to overcome all that. Because, you know, I acted out all my life because of that and didn't even know it.
So, Stevie, with all of that, all that you've learned, all that knowledge, all that experience, someone in our audience right now, family, is struggling. Give them some help.
I would say the best way to help somebody is to let them reach their bottom. Don't co-sign they, can I say bullshit? Don't co-sign their bullshit. Don't buy into it. Stop giving them money. That's called codependency. You're helping them to defeat their own purpose. They need. Why do they kick birds out of the nest? So they can learn to fly. So the best way to really, my wife kicked me out the nest, and I'm like, what? Oh, what? No more money? No more support? Okay. And I had to come to terms with myself what I really wanted to do. And that's the best way to help somebody is to let them help themselves, because God bless the child who's got his own. But if you're going through it, you got to realize and recognize that if you want to live as much as you want to take your next breath, you're going to do everything it takes to live.
Wow.
And here's a quote for you. The ego edging God out, EGO. My ego is so big and twisted, it thinks it can kill me and still live.
Wow.
My head is out to kill me, and it would have done that a long time ago, but it needs the body for transportation. So.
Wow, Stevie, that is really insightful and very, very helping. And I hope that someone in the family can take that and work with that. And parents, I know it's hard not to help your children, not to give them the money, not to take them to rehab. But I think that what he's saying is they need to go themselves.
Well, you know, and also they have to know they got a problem. I'll give you an example. My car was overheating. I didn't know what the problem was. Took it to the shop, found out it was the head gaskets, and he said, you best buy a new car at the value of this car. I drove away from there in that raggedy car, still smoking, but I knew what the problem was now. Know what the problem is. You got to identify the problem first before you can seek to solve it. You know, a crackhead be the first one to tell you, I ain't got a problem, right?
Right.
Think everybody else is crazy. It ain't you, it's them.
It's them.
Right? You got to know it's the problem. You got to know you got a problem before you can even approach dealing with it.
Well, I want to applaud you. I want to applaud you.
Give it up for God. Because that's what I had to find, that power within, that power without, the power that's... Yeah, I used to pray outwardly when I was a kid to a God somewhere in the sky somewhere.
Right.
And I had to come to terms and find out that that power is either everywhere or nowhere at all.
So tell me about the Stevie Mack radio show.
Stevie Mack Radio, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. I'm on the air, 6 to 6:30, and we chop it up. We have celebrity guests on the show as well as a Thursday night rant. Now, I'm going to give you a little taste of the Thursday night rant. Tonight, we talked about the Herman Cain issue. Yes. Montel Jackson, Big Mike, and the Reverend Al, the 3 characters that come on my show from Stevie Mack at Night TV. And so Montel Jackson come on and go, well, you know, I think this whole Herman Cain issue is a thing of the past. We got him as a political front runner. You guys just need to back off and let him do his thing. And Big Mike, what would you have to say about that? Well, basically, I'd say that politically, Herman Cain is the front runner only because they want to have another black man competing against Obama. Politically, that's all they want. Well, what do you say? Reverend Al, come on in. Well, I'm going to tell you like this here. It's definitely a black thing. That's why they got Herman Cain out there. I'm going to say he too stupid, too horny to be the president. I'm voting for Obama again. I don't care what nobody say. And try Johnson hair care products. So I do all those characters on the show, have them competing against each other, battling and everything. It's just a party on the web.
Wow. Stevie, I am so glad that you're here. I'm so lucky to have you a part of the Maserati After Dark show, Thursday Night Rush Party on the Web.
Rush Party on the
Gentlemen, Mr. Stevie Mack.
Yeah. Wow, Maserati.
We'll be right back with the R&B sounds of Mr. Andrew Bennett. Get your favorite drink. Don't go anywhere far. We'll be right back. Ciao.
I want it today.
And still sit back and relax and get ready for the R&B styles of Mr. Andrew Bennett. Still sharp as a tack.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much for this opportunity to be on your show. You know, I like to sing about change, and if you guys don't mind, I like to do something a cappella. You see, I'm a recovered addict. I suffered from crack cocaine for many years, but today I'm delivered. So it's about change, and everything I do has something to do with helping somebody else today. That's how I'm able to stay, okay? Look at me. Look at me. Can't you see that I'm changing? I've got myself together now. Can't you see that I'm changing? I'll be better than I am, 'cause I'm trying to work it out, and I know that I can, 'cause I need him. I need him. I need God's hand. I am changing. I'm seeing everything so clear. I am changing. You see, all of my life I've been a fool who said I can make it on my own. How many dark nights have I known? How many good friends have I already lost? Walking down that lonely road, there was nothing I could find. All those years of darkness could make a person blind, but now I can see I am changing. Oh, I'm seeing everything so clear. I am changing. And yes, I know how. You see, I'm gonna start again, and I'm gonna leave my past behind, and I'll change my life. I'll make a vow that nothing and no one and nothing and no one's gonna stop me now. Hallelujah. All praises, glory to God.
Man, take that mic down and come and have a seat right here. That was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Bennett. Andrew, that's awesome. A cappella. That's quite a testimony. Quite a testimony. Put that up so they can hear you. I think you're on that camera right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have a lot of things going on. In addition to being a singer, you're also an actor.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
And you wrote a book.
You know, it was an honor and a privilege. The book is called Cheers to Your Success. And it's actually a book of testimonies from authors from across the country. These people, I found them on the internet. Actually, it's like God just put it there for me. I found it there. They were looking for authors with inspirational testimonies to be in this one particular book. It's very similar to like Chicken Soup is Good for the Soul, something like that.
Yes, I love
and
that.
I saved it on my Outlook. 3 months went by. I was cleaning it out, and I found it again. I said, let me give them a little, email. I sent them an email briefly telling them my story about how I was homeless, pushing a shopping cart and digging a trash can to now being VP of operations of a credit repair firm.
Wow.
And they responded immediately. We love it. We want to hear it. And they kicked somebody out because I was actually too late. And they put me in the book. And matter of fact, it's such a testimony to God because now they're actually writing my personal story, my own book. So
Wow.
it's such a blessing.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. On this show, being the launch party show, I've chosen the guests that I have because this show is about the rush. Everyone always wants to know, what is the rush all about?
Absolutely.
And this part of the rush is so that I can let this family know and inspire them to know that just because you took a left doesn't mean you can't come back and
Come on, talk to me.
So that's why I've chosen some of the guests that you see here, because you see that there's a multitude of talent that can get hidden in that left turn.
That is so true.
When you recover and you do your due diligence and you hit that rock bottom, as Stevie said, also as you said, when you have that time to sit back and reflect and you get yourself together, you come back and look what you have.
It's nothing but, it's really nothing that I did except make a choice, because what I've learned is we have choices in life, and I choose to live today, and because of my relationship with God today, I can live, and I can live as a very proud black man.
Well, I understand that while you were out there, 18 years or so, your wife was ever present and ever prayerful. Tell me about her struggle.
It's really something I would ever so often call home just to say hello, and she would fuss and go off and everything. And then it changed because of the church, being involved with church and getting the word. My wife started speaking life into me. She started saying, when I would call, she started saying, "You're a man of God. You were king and you were priest and you were a man of God. God is going to fix you. Just make the right decision." And it started messing with my psychic, and I started feeling guilty about putting that pipe to my mouth. And it had something to do with me making the decision one day that, you know what, I'm tired of being sick and tired. I always knew that God could help me if I just call out to him, but I felt like one day I asked God, "How did you forsake me?" Because one day I smelled myself. I couldn't believe the smell. And I looked at myself. I couldn't believe the look, because I had a moment of clarity because I hadn't smoked for a couple of hours.
Wow.
And I was like, "God, how did you forsake me? How did I become a crackhead pushing a shopping cart?" I mean, I excelled in everything I did. All through school, I was president of this and president of that. Now I'm pushing a shopping cart in South Central and digging in trash cans. God spoke to me immediately, and he said, "Why not you? It's for my glory."
Wow.
And from that moment on, I knew what I had to do. So I sought help and got into a rehab. My wife said, "I got your back if that's what you're going to do." And they supported me, and because of just a choice. And God just did the rest, and here I am today. Now, I have the book. I'm an author, and I'm an author today. Me, an author. I never would have thought. I'm VP of operations of a major credit repair firm.
Tell me about that.
We fix people's credit, like late payments, collections, charge-offs, repossessions,
Family.
bankruptcies, tax liens, old student loans, things of that nature. And we help people all over the country. We work with brokers and realtors all over the country. They send their clients to us. And may I give the number?
Absolutely.
It's 800-824-6270.
Is there a website?
Yes, it is. That's www.creditrepairfirst.com. And first is not spelled out. It's numeric 1, letter S, letter T. And not only that, there's more. God is just so amazing. I'm an actor.
Absolutely.
And these people
Tell
found
me some of the credits that you were doing before you went here. What were you doing during those times?
Well, before I found drugs, I had several a bunch of little cameo things. But one of the things I'm proud of is Die Hard 1. I had a small role as a head guard, the first SWAT guy to run into the building. And then, of course, there was L.A. Law. I did 6 episodes of L.A. Law. Little small cameo things. 227, Marley Gibbs. And then singing, I sung for President Clinton's second term inauguration, and I opened up for Mickey Howard. And then here I am all of a sudden stuck on drugs and homeless and having nothing. But you know, today it's like everything has totally changed, and God is using me to touch other people's lives. I'm a speaker. I go into hospitals, jails, and institutions. I speak about the recovery process and God, and I humbly tell my story, hoping that someone who's just as bad or even worse will know that if he did it for me, he'll do it for them too, because he's no respecter of person. But I also, on the internet, well, actually Facebook, these people found me, and now I've started a web series called Friend or Foe.
Yes, I saw the trailer. It's on YouTube, right?
Absolutely. It's Friend or Foe web series, 15-minute web series HD. And it's by a young director, Millard Walton, who's up and coming, and the guy is incredible.
Now, you have a kind of controversial role in that play compared to what you're talking about today. Tell us about your role.
Well, I play a big-time drug dealer. I played a shot-caller drug dealer. But, you know, my craft, you know, as an artist, you know, God has blessed me with a talent, so I can play any role, because I'm being just that at that moment only.
A true actor. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for coming to share your story. Family,
creditrepairfirst.com.
That's a 1 ST.
Very good. I love it.
Creditrepairfirst.com. So if your credit is bad, if you need to get your house refied and you need to get all those things together, he's no longer in that life. God has controlled him, molded him, and shaken him anew.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
We'll be right back. We're going to hear a word from our official sponsor, IWantItToday.com. That's a 2day.com. We'll be right back, family. Thank you. See you soon. Ciao. Thank you. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. And you know that when you saw me on radio, the Mazerati After Dark show, the Thursday Night Rush, is always to rushing into goodness. And one of the things that we rush to is entrepreneurship. So I would like to introduce a very, very special friend of mine, Miss AJ of AJ Brown Sugar Sweets. This young lady is recession proof. She had talent and she put it to work. Today I think we have carrot cake cupcakes. And I'm telling you, if you're on a diet, you're going to have a good time breaking it. But go easy on yourself. So she did us a favor. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And she's going to treat all of our audience here today. You will be able, look at them, yeah. You will be able to find her on our official sponsor, I Want It Today, which is the only official entertainment mall on the web and the official sponsor of the Mazerati After Dark show. So, Miss AJ Brown Sugar Sweets, go ahead and treat my audience with these cakes. Thank you so much. Okay. That was fun. That was fun. Okay, we're back. And I know that you can see in the monitor a legend. Yes, we have a legend. This gentleman, wow, I'm going to be kind of pressed for words. He's an actor, he's a producer, he's a Hollywood mainstay. And to add to his credits for that, to make that so powerful, is he's African American, which is very, very hard to do in Hollywood. He's the producer of a very, very poignant and very, very important movie that will be coming to you shortly, I believe after the first of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the producer, actor, I don't know, extraordinary man, Mr. Bill Duke.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Duke, thank you so much for gracing the Maserati After Dark
Thank you for having me.
show with your
Thank you.
presence. Thank you so much. Now, I've watched you for years in several movies. My favorite is Predator, that Predator scene. That was very, very powerful. Was that hard to shoot?
We were in the jungles of Puerto Vallarta and then Palenque down by the Guatemalan border for a number of months. So we were there with the spiders and bugs and the rest of it. But we had a good team. Some good guys were there, and we had a good time. But it was not easy necessarily because it was like really in the jungle, and so that's what made it kind of interesting.
Wow. Okay. We're really here today to talk about your project, Dark Girls. I watched the trailer. Poignant, powerful, really, really needing to be dealt with. I'm considered a dark girl, but I've never experienced the things that I saw from those young ladies that you did the documentary on. I was always the beautiful one, the nice one, the cute one. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. But that's how I was perceived. So when I saw that trailer, it just, it made me just stuck. What made you do such a racially charged subject?
Well, basically, my experience as a young black man coming up in Poughkeepsie, New York, and observing what my sister, my mother, and others went through, and children that I knew then, and what is going on right now, unfortunately. In our culture, there is racism, and it's called colorism, and it's based upon our history in terms of slavery, etc. And it's not only domestic, it's global. We interview people from Hispanic countries, Africa, Cuba, China, Korea, all over the world. And skin bleach cream is a multi-billion-dollar business globally. So this is a global phenomenon. It's based upon a lot of self-esteem issues and colonialism and a lot of other things that are exported in terms of beauty standards. And our message in the film is that God doesn't make mistakes. How you're born, how you look, no matter who you are, is okay. And we should not be continually questioning that. And so that's the message of the film. And we took 2.5 years to Chan Berry, who's my co-executive producer and director, myself, did the research and interviewed people over the country. So it was a labor of love, and we really are happy the way people are responding to it.
Wow. Okay, you've interviewed people, you've made the project. What do you, in the end, what would you really, really like to accomplish after it's toured? What would you like to say, or what would you like the world to walk away with once they've seen it?
Well, that God doesn't make mistakes, as I said, and that basically how you're born, how you look, what's been created by the Creator is fine. You don't have to meet any standard. You don't have to be a certain way. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be anything other than who you are. We have a little girl in the film. She's like 5 years old, and it's an experiment where a psychiatrist is in the room, and the psychiatrist has like 4 pictures, and there's a white doll, there's a yellow doll, a brown doll, and a black doll. And when she's asked which is the smart doll, she points to the white doll. Which is the pretty doll, she points to the white doll. Now, her finger is as dark as mine. When I ask her which is the ugly doll, she points to the black doll.
Wow.
Which is the stupid doll, she points to the black doll. What our goal is to get her finger off of that picture and let her know that all of the dolls are beautiful, including a little black doll that's the same color as her black finger.
Wow.
It's real simple. It's not that deep.
Yeah, it is so simple, but so complex. Willie Lynch is really, really working its magic in America right now, and it seems like you said, it is rearing its ugly head. I look at the news and I see overseas where blacks are just beat and kicked and treated poorly in the streets, and it's just accepted. They just, if you're dark, they think that there's nothing wrong with it. So with this movie, do you think that it will bring racism to a head again? Will it make it more overt, or will it just make it sneak back in again?
My real concern is not external racism. My concern is what we do to each other. My concern is how we treat each other, how irresponsible we can be, how we don't take responsibility for our children. In some communities, grandma is 32. In Washington, D.C., 1 out of 5 black men is HIV positive. Out of all of the AIDS cases in America with women, 70% are black women. I'm saying we have some real serious issues in our own community.
Yes,
So
we
the
do.
external elements, we'll deal with those, but you can't deal with those until you start to deal with how we treat each other and ourselves. And so our focus as filmmakers is through edutainment. Entertain people, at the same time bring issues of our community that are threatening, and I'm not exaggerating, our very existence.
Wow. When you interviewed the subjects that you had in the movie, I saw one of the things that was the most disturbing to me. Well, maybe there were two. One where the young lady said that her mother said that she was pretty and she was smart and she was wonderful. It's just too bad that she was dark. That hurt me.
But you know the amazing thing about that? Her mother doesn't, how can I say, she's not trying to hurt her daughter. That's what she believes.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
it's how she was taught.
Raised, yeah.
So when she's bragging about her daughter and saying, "Oh, your cheekbones and your teeth, and your head," I just wish you were a little lighter. Now her daughter is crushed by that comment, but her mother's intent is not to crush her. That's just how she thinks.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The young man who says, is it like what, 19?
Yes.
I know you remember that one. He said, "I don't want nothing dark in my arm. Doesn't look right."
Yes, he sure did say that. He sure did say that. And my mouth was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
And he doesn't. I don't think he's. How can I say?
He wasn't trying to be mean-spirited.
He wasn't trying to be
That's just
mean-spirited.
where he was.
That's where his. No one's teaching him any better.
No one's teaching him.
And so what we're saying is that if we begin to solve those issues and heal those issues in our own community, we're going to be much stronger to deal with external elements outside of our community.
Wow. Well, you know what? I sure am glad that you did this movie because it opened my eyes too. Like I said, never really experiencing that. And I went to a white school. I'm trying to figure out why didn't I experience that? But it's like you said, maybe it's not so much in other communities as we are just really boxing ourselves.
Well, unfortunately, I pray to God that we evolve and learn because the future of our children is at stake. And right now with the prison incarcerations and AIDS and other things, the nuclear family is disappearing. I think it's not just, I'm a filmmaker. I'm not a,
You're not
a
trying to fix
politician
society,
or anything.
yeah,
I can't fix society. But if each of us really understands the seriousness of the issues that we face, and we really are responsible people in terms of the future of our children, hopefully we'll do something. Even if it's whatever it is, we can do to it.
Right. So I think that every African American as well as everyone else, but primarily us, family, I just think you need to take your daughters, your sons, your aunts, your uncles. This needs to be Family Movie Day. Because I think that we need to learn to embrace each other and accept ourselves for what we are, get over Willie Lynch, and move on to the next phase, because life is hard enough. Life is hard enough without us beating ourselves. And when you did this, and I saw that documentary, which by the way is on YouTube.
Yes, you can go to officialdarkgirlsmovie.com, officialdarkgirlsmovie.com, and it shows you the trailer.
Right.
And
right.
It gives you what we're doing and where we're going. We traveled around the world with Canada, Antigua, and now we went to Chicago, to Atlanta, Oakland, Tennessee, a lot of different places. And it's really being well received. We're going to be at the IKEA Center sometime next year, and in the Apollo Theater and other places. So it's a new model. It's like the Chitlin Circuit for the plays. We're doing the same thing with a movie.
Wow.
And we're using our global access in terms of the internet to help promote it and market it with great people like April in the audience, who's
Yes,
our head
yes.
PR person, who is really initiating a lot of good
It's
stuff.
awesome. It's April Rushing. Yes, yes.
So we're trying. We're not waiting. We're not waiting for permission.
Just doing it.
We funded it ourselves, and we're just doing it ourselves.
That's very, very, very commendable. Like I said, family, once you see that trailer, you're going to realize that this is a must-see. Do this for yourselves. Do it for your families. Do it for your daughters so that they can get the self-respect and self-esteem that they need to grow up to be powerful, strong, independent, loving women. This is what I saw in the movie. I saw women. And we are the nurturers of the earth. And so when we get that, then, we can nurture the men. Will you do Dark Boys?
Well, we have 2 more projects after this, and we're filming them as we speak. One is called The Yellow Brick Road, which deals with lighter complected women who go through a lot.
Wow.
And it's deep.
Will you come back and tell us about
I'll
that
tell you
one?
about that. And then the next one we're doing after that, and what we're filming at the same time, is called What is a Man? And What is a Man deals with that thing. What is today, really, what is a man? What do these young boys think manhood really is?
Well, you know what? I'm going to do this on camera, Mr. Duke. I need you to come back. I'm going to have a panel of young men here. We're going to talk that one out. Because every woman in this room can appreciate a man that'll teach a man to be a man.
What is a man?
We're waiting. We're waiting with open arms and bated breath. Trust me, we're waiting. Because we've lost our men, and we need them. We need you guys. We need you. So I would really like to bring you back to talk to a panel of young men on that. So I would like you to tell us where Dark Girls is going next, when it's going to premiere, and where they can find it.
Well, as I said, we're using the Oscar and Show distribution method. We're actually distributing it ourselves globally. We're going to different countries, and we're going to different cities. We're going to Apollo Theater in New York and Buffalo and Rochester, and we're going to be in the South and other places, around 15 different cities approximately. And then we're going to leverage that in terms of possibly getting a TV deal. We've been approached by a distributor to do a television deal possibly, and also a feature film and limited theatrical, and then online also. So we're trying to build a model that we can replicate with the other 2 films.
Wow.
And if Hollywood will accept it, fine. If not, we're going to do what we're going to do anyway.
Do it independently. I love it. I love it. Well, I just have to say that, you say that you're not here to fix society, but the issues that you're tackling are definitely societal issues that we need to deal with, not only in the black community, but in every community, because the world is falling fast. So in order for someone to bring some standards, some levels of decency, we need you. Please continue to do your work. And you have a place on the Mazerati After Dark show anytime, because my family has been blowing me up about you.
Well, thank you.
I put that trailer out there, and actually there is a group of Alpha sisters that called me.
Oh, really?
This afternoon. I will definitely give you the number. They
let
were
her
on
know,
the
please.
East Coast. They were on the East Coast, and I have a large East Coast family. Thank you so much. But they want to know where they can see, and they want to have a viewing of Dark Girls. So I will definitely
Great.
make that happen, family. You know that you can always get in touch with us at Rush Party at the Mazerati After Dark show. That's Rush, R-U-S-H, party at the MazeratiShow.com. And whenever you let us know, we will definitely let you know.
Great.
And Ms. Rushing, so that we can get that done. Because this is poignant, it's brilliant, and it's needed. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us on. I think what you're doing here with this show and the whole broadcast, this is the future. You're not waiting, you are doing it. And this is something that should be replicated, and you're giving a lot of people a voice that don't have a voice. And so I say God bless you for that, and thank you for having me. And
Thank you.
thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, real good. Thank you so much. Wow, I can't wait till you come back. Hopefully it'll be soon, right?
That's my mentor right there. So.
Soon, April? All right, thank you. She promised. You heard it. All right, family, we're going to take another break. We'll be right back. IWantItToday.com. Rush Party at the Mazerati After Dark show for all of the information and contact with Dark Girls. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're back. And as you heard, this production is a Raalow Street TV.com production. I'd like to thank Mr. Raalow Street for believing in the Mazerati and giving me this opportunity. So, make sure that you tune in for the HD broadcast, rebroadcast immediately following the show on RaallowStreetTV.com. And thank you so much to Mr. Bill Duke for having the ingenuity to do such a poignant and brilliant project as he's doing right now with Dark Girls. Make sure that you follow it. Check it out on my Facebook. That's Miss Mazerati at Facebook.com, or the Mazerati After Dark show on Facebook.com. Make sure you always hit me in the mailbox at rushparty at the Mazerati After Dark show.com. And now, I know you can see this. It's time. You're going to be in for another special treat. So I hope you poured some wine, lit a candle, hugging up with your favorite somebody or not. But ladies and gentlemen, silky is not the word. I don't even know if sultry will do the job, but I can say he's hot. Put your hands together for the R&B soul sounds of Mr. Robert G.
Thank you. I really don't know where to begin, but it was really nice to see you again. You say you wanna be in my life, not like before, 'cause the timing was not right. But you're back and you wanna know just how far I'ma let this thing go. Take my hand and I'll show you how. Take my hand and I'll show you now. Oh my love, ooh, I wanna give you all my love. Oh, oh my love, I wanna give you all of my love. Yeah, I wanna give you all my love. Yeah, you say it's me and I say it's you. Let's get together and let it do what it do. Be for me and I'll be for you. Hold me down and I'll stay true. We can change what's in the past. I just want our love to last. Take my hand and I'll show you now. Take my hand and I'll show you how. Ooh, I wanna give to you all my love, every little bit of my love. Ooh, 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 ooh. so many things I wanna learn about you. How to love you, squeeze you, hold you, baby. And I'm ready, come on y'all, let me feel you, to learn. Yes, I'm ready to learn. Come on y'all. Yes, I'm ready to learn. I'm so ready to learn and give you all of my love. I will give you all, 'cause baby I do. I really, 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 really love you. Ooh. I'm ready now and I'm gonna give you my love. Oh, come on, do this. Snap your finger right here, right here, yeah, right there. If you feel it, snap your finger right there, yeah. Thank you.
Woo! Have a seat. Oh my God, I felt 16 again. Don't look at me like that. Say, like, oh my God, my mom's gonna call me in a minute. She's gonna feel that.
Thank you.
Robert.
What's up, Mazerati?
Man, awesome.
Thank you.
I absolutely love that song.
Thank you.
What is that doing on Reverb Nation?
Doing very well, actually. That's my title track. The CD is called All My Love. Yes. Available, shameless plug. Available on iTunes and CD Baby and
sure
Amazon.com and a lot of good spots. I mean, it's been a tremendous blessing to have written, produced, and released my first solo project. Wow. I didn't think it was going to go that way. You know what I mean? Because we all come to Hollywood with the Hollywood dream.
Absolutely.
We want to be discovered, and we want somebody else to pay for it. Real talk.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
For a sponsor now.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm not opposed to the corporate sponsors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that's another game. But the record industry game changed a lot, and the power was put in our hands. Like what Mr. Duke is doing.
Yes.
Mad respect for Mr. Bill Duke for doing an amazing trailer. I saw the trailer months ago. Awesome it's beyond awesome, and it's something that in our community that is real talk. It's real talk. Like, and I'm glad that he's doing the flip side too, because my family is a fair-skinned family. Like, ain't nothing browner than this in my family.
Wow.
And that's a deep story. You know what I mean? But so I understand the flip side of it too.
So you'll be back for the summit.
Absolutely. That would be awesome.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But back to the CD.
yes, back to the CD. But then, what, that was so awesome, and I appreciate you for that, because the family needs to know that that's very, very important.
Absolutely.
But back to the CD.
So it's been an awesome ride. It's still an awesome ride. When I put the CD out a couple years ago, the places London and Japan actually just blew me out the water.
Yes.
Totally blew me out the water.
Yes.
So in terms of this being like a global world, like, we are in the new world. We are in it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because from my living room, writing songs and recording and doing all the things that we did, to think that when I put it on the World Wide Web, that someone way in some remote area of Japan
got it.
And I mean, they really got it, because they bought it out. Like, the first weekend, Japan and London just completely blew it out, and have been constant supporters the whole way through. Shout out to everybody that bought my CD on Black Friday.
Yay!
Yeah,
I got it.
I was telling thank you. I was telling one of my partners on the way here that it was so cool to post my CD Baby logo, where you can click it and go right to the store and buy the CD. And I was saying, not only to support like your big ticket stores, and until they sponsor you, I'm not gonna call their names.
Yes, me.
You know what I mean? But I think you feel me.
That's right. They feel us.
Yeah, they. You know what I mean? So
they know who they are.
The big ticket stores that don't. Everybody's gonna go shopping.
Absolutely.
bar none. You're going to go shopping, but a lot of our local businesses, like I live in Leimert Park. So a lot of local merchants, they need your support, you know. And I'm an independent artist, so I'm a small business.
Absolutely.
Right now. You
I'm
feel
a small
me?
business.
Exactly.
The Mazerati After Dark show is a small business.
Absolutely. So that's I qualified. So I put that out there, and like everybody responded. So shout outs and big love to everybody that picked up my product.
Isn't the internet awesome that you touched on though?
Amazing.
Because of the internet, I'm really, really big.
Well, you know what is amazing is that we've only touched it.
Just a tip.
We have not even really used that beast to the fullest. You know what I mean? We've touched the internet. So it's the new world. It is here. So get in. Get in.
I initially thought that I wanted to go to syndication, and everybody goes, "Why? Stay on the net." Because that's where everybody's going. All those smart devices, all those computers, all those pads,
Absolutely.
iPhones, iPads, this, that, and the other.
Absolutely.
It's all about the internet. No one watches TV anymore. It's always
instantly
on the go.
available. You can watch my video for that song, For All My Love. You can dial it up on your smartphone.
So tell me, what inspired it? Because it's such a beautiful song.
What inspired the song, All My Love, was... It wasn't even the title track. The funny part of it is another song, track actually number 10, which is called Waiting, was the title track at first. And as I was in the writing process, I was down to maybe like a couple songs left, CDs being mixed, down to the last couple of songs. And, you know, I was pretty settled on Waiting. But I was starting to do interviews, and they would say, well, what's the title cut? And I would say, Waiting. And they would say, what? I was like, waiting, you know, like waiting for a bus, maybe waiting for a train, or waiting for love, right?
Waiting for love.
I was explaining too much. That was getting on my nerves, right? So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna stick with it though. I'm gonna stick with it. But then I ran into an old flame. And this is like, you know, everybody has that love in their life that runs in and out of your life, like just comes in and wreaks havoc. Good havoc though. I mean, good havoc. You know what I mean? Because we grown and sexy. You know what I mean? So let's keep it real.
The kids are in bed.
Know what I mean?
Right? The kids are in bed.
You know what I mean? So let's keep it real. Like they just come in your life and they can get it. You know what I mean? Every time. You know what I mean? And so
I don't know about every time.
But now, but one. All right. But now the thing that was interesting was that one of these times I was ready for love.
She caught you.
Exactly. I was ready. And I went home that day and wrote this song it was so easy, and and I called my producer. I said, I got one more. He's like, come on, G, we almost finished. I said, I got one more, man. So we went on and did what we needed to do. And that song just came like water. It was so easy and so free, and it's a truth. You know what I mean? So I love it because it's my truth that I am ready. You know what I mean?
You know what? We're gonna. Do we need to take a break? Okay, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, Robert's gonna give us another song. We have a friend in common that just passed. We're gonna talk about her for a minute.
All right.
And we'll be right back, family. You want to stay tuned. Robert J. We're back, and this is Mazerati. You're on the Mazerati After Dark show, the Thursday night rush party on the web. Once again, we're rushing to that excellence. Another entrepreneur, Miss Erica of Erica's Elegant Edibles. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my name, Mazerati and Chocolate. Yes. Awesome. This young lady makes some of the creamiest, chocolatey-est, most exotic designed chocolate candies I've ever seen. You can also find her on the only mall on the web catering to the entertainment industry, IWantItToday.com. Erica's going to share these delicious chocolates with our audience. Erica,
yes,
say something to the people.
Well, what we're going to share today is we have samples of the chocolate that we use to make these creations. And what we also do to the regular white chocolate or milk chocolate or dark chocolate is we can also add special flavors. So what we're sharing today is I'm holding eggnog flavored white chocolate, and we also have Merlot flavored white chocolate, and chocolate martini flavored milk chocolate. So that's what the audience will be enjoying today.
Wow, enjoy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Once again, you will be able to find her on iwantedtoday.com. Hit me in the email, rush party at the Mazerati After Dark show. Thank you so much. Share that with the audience. Thank you. Now, while she shares that with everyone, as you can see, the stage just got a little more handsome. We had Mr. Robert G, and now we have Mr. Billionaire PA, motivational speaker to the world. Welcome. How are you doing, BA?
Good job on your music, man. Thank you, brother. Stay positive.
So, how are you doing today? Oh, thank you so much. Tell me, the name, Billionaire PA. You say that everyone thinks that that means money, but tell me, what does that mean? Tell me about it.
It's funny because I see you've been, I know we didn't talk about it, so I could tell that you actually had to read, you did your homework.
I do my due diligence.
Which is good. A lot of people think it's about, my message is about making money, but my mission is to infect over 1 billion people with success, motivation, and wealth, and encourage people to develop wealthy minds. So, with me growing up as a child, I used to be attracted to like cars and Maseratis and Ferraris, and at the end of the day, I appreciate this Maserati, but all that stuff, it never got me nowhere. So I felt like after trying it my way for 22 years, now I'm trying the God way, and it works.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I met this young man at several functions with several powerful people that obviously believe that your mantra of speaking your dreams into existence is powerful and real. Yeah. And I've also seen some of the projects that you do on Facebook. You can find him on Facebook, and you really want to take a look at what he does, because if you have young children, especially young men, and you need a mentor, trust me, you want to see this young man right here. You do some powerful things on Facebook with some of our young men. What motivates you to do that?
What motivates me is when I wake up every day as a young person and I see other people accumulate success, not just me being success. See, my mission is to be full of success, not to succeed.
Right.
When you're full of success, that means the people around you succeed, and they not pulling money out of your pocket. They feed themselves and feed others. So I like to be full of success. I love to write quotes. I love to inspire people. I love to tell people that it's okay for your pockets to be broke. Just make sure your mind makes sense.
Yes.
As long as your mind makes sense, you'll put money in your pocket. I like to tell people who hurt for love that, I fell in love with success. So I guess that means I cheated on failure. If you're going to cheat on something, cheat on failure.
That's right. That's right. This young man is also a very, very smart.
It's even hard for me to sit down because I'm so used to standing up. So I just want to let y'all know, before I even talk about myself, really, I didn't do what I usually do. I like other people to speak their dreams into existence.
Absolutely.
So I usually bring somebody out the crowd and let them speak their dreams into existence, because I want people to know that it's not just about the people that sit on these stands. It's about the people that sit out there and watch the people that sit here too. I like everybody to know that they appreciate it, because I remember when I used to be sitting in the back and I didn't think nobody appreciated me. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate anybody in here, whether they support me or not.
Wow. Right. Awesome. Now, what I was going to say is not only are you a motivational speaker, not only do you do a great work with our children, you're also a very smart businessman. Stand up and show us your line. You have a line of wealthy wear.
I squat down. Whatever you need me to do. You know what I'm saying? I do what. If you don't like this, if you don't like this message, God's on my team. Who's on yours?
I like that.
I don't look for jobs. I create them. You can never have too much faith. Even if I was blind, I could have told you my future was bright. Even in a time when me and my mama stayed in fights and we had no lights, from the bottom to the top. In other words, from Alabama to California, and I ain't even have no money for that flight. All I do is I turn every situation into a negative. Me personally, I don't believe in negativity. I believe in only positive thoughts. You know, the reverse on my car went out on me, but it's okay because it's a direct representation of me. Quote, I don't go backwards.
That's awesome.
So I turn every situation into something positive, and it's like everything that I went through being abused with my mama made me the person I am today. So I thank her for every time she hit me, because now I'm motivated.
There's nothing wrong. Don't spare the ride. You'll spoil the child, as you can see. Now, you know, you're also, in addition to your motivation, you're also a producer.
Yes, ma'am.
What would be the movie that you would want to produce?
Speaking dreams into existence. It's all about, you know, bringing the, you know, let me take that back for a minute. The only difference between me and Martin Luther King is our timing of success. He had a dream. I speak dreams into existence. In the gap of him dying and me speaking, people stopped talking their dreams into existence. Yes, so when he said he had a dream, he was trying to tell you he didn't have a dream. He had the dream for you. You know what I'm saying? So now God placed me here to come tell you that we all can speak our dreams into existence together. Like and when I say it, I tried it my way. Now I'm trying the God way, and it's working. We done tried the war, it didn't work. We done tried stealing, it didn't work. So why we can't come together and see if that works?
Wow. All positive. Okay. It's about the end of our time. We're going to thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate you for letting me speak my dreams into existence.
Loved it. And special treat, Mr. Robert G is going to take us home.
Wealthy.
Okay. Hey, we're going to get another break. When we come back, Mr. G is going to take us home.
I ain't even get to tell y'all thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Wealthy.
We got socks, bands.
I'm just looking at him put shirts on. I'm like, where my shirts at?
You never know who you're speaking
put all the
to, so
shirts
if y'all
on,
like the
taking them
message,
with
I got a link for you.
Just layered with all the goodness. We're back, family, and I'm sure that you enjoyed Mr. Billionaire PA. I call him Wealthy. If you'd like to find that young man, though, and I'm sure that you would, he's on Facebook as billionairepa.com. And the website, Billionaire, what's that website? Give it to me.
It's wealthymindsclothing.com.
wealthymindsclothing.com. That's wealthymindsclothing.com. You want to put those t-shirts on your kids when they go to school. You want to put them on yourself. You want to support this young man because he's also making sure that himself, all the people around him, and you are recession-proof. wealthyminds.com. Wealthy. wealthymindsclothing.com. Okay, and we're back. As you can see, we're back here again with a very, very sultry soul singer, Mr. Robert G.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. We share a mutual friend.
Yes, we do.
We lost her recently. Miss Vesta Williams.
Yeah.
Talented songbird.
Yes, yes. Talented, brilliant, beautiful. My sister, my friend, one of my best friends in the world. Her name just happened to be Vesta. So my heart is heavy today, but I couldn't be in a better place. Let me just say that.
Thank you.
That this is a divine appointment. I'm glad I accepted. I'm glad that you extended the invitation because it's what my heart needed today. Because today's her birthday.
Yes, and today is her birthday.
Today's her birthday. So
happy birthday, Vesta.
Happy birthday, Vesta. You know, shout out to
her music will always keep
live on.
Her alive with us.
Lasting legacy, a beautiful lasting legacy. Yes. And shout out to my fam that's in the house tonight. I have a lot of friends here tonight. Shout out to everybody that came. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the house.
Live audience here.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, you know what? They're giving me that wrap it up, and we want to make sure that he can roll that out in time.
Yeah.
So if we can cue him up.
I want to say thank you, Mazerati Queen.
I love you so much. Thank you.
I'll be at the Warehouse in Marina Del Rey, December the 10th. If you're in LA, come on out and spend the holiday. Come on out, bring an unwrapped toy and bless a child in need, all right? Here we go. Come on, put them hands together. I remember when you were the one that I adored. Opened up my heart, gave you the world. But when I think about it now, it was not enough. And now you're coming round looking for that same old love, my love. Oh yeah. But I must admit I see something in your eyes. But I wanna know, are you playing with my mind? Oh no. Sound man, bring that track up for me. Come on, come on. Baby, here we go. Let it show again. Baby, here we go. I see you. You can't keep running in and out and in and out of my life. I should love you, baby. Ooh. I really wanna touch you, baby. Don't wanna play this game with you, not this time. Don't know if I should touch you, baby. Don't know if I can trust you, baby. A million times or more I thought about it in my mind. If we had the chance, would you be mine? Will it be strong? Are you here to stay? Or like before, would you turn and walk away? Oh, hey, hey. Come on, y'all, stay with me. Baby, here we go. Here we go again. Thought I was over you. I thought we were through. You did. Here we go again. Mazerati after dark. Are y'all in the house? Woo! Here we go again. Hey. Are we lovers or just friends? Oh. Woo! Is it the beginning or is it the end? Woo! That's what I want to know. I want to know right now. I want to know right now. I thought it was over you. Over you. Baby, baby. Over you. What we gonna do about me and you? I thought we were through. I thought it was over. Yeah, Lord. Yes.
Raalow Street Entertainment presents the all-new Mazerati at the Dark show, the Thursday Night Rush. Party on the web. Today's guests, R&B singer Andrew Bennett, movie director Bill Duke, R&B singer Robert G, funny comedian Melanie Camacho, and motivational speaker billionaire P.A. And now, your favorite host and mine, Miss Mazerati.
It's the Mazerati show, the Thursday Night Rush.